legend Hulk Hogan's death, it's been like a shock to me, yes, because I grew up watching him do the wrestling sports. He has been doing wrestling for a very long time. In the 80s, 90s, I grew up watching Hulk Hogan, WrestleManias, Hulk Hogan, Sergeant Slaughter, Ultimate Warrior, so many of them. Then it was so fun. It was amazing. Yes, uh, I got caught off from the wrestling part because, growing up, I really need to put more energy on reality of life. But growing up, I watched them wrestle so much. He died this July, which turned out to be like a shock, and I felt bad, as if like he's someone I know one on one, as if he's someone I know personally, directly, because hearing the name again brings so many memories. I got to find out that that wasn't even his real name. That Hulk Hogan happens to be his stage name. So rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. He was an amazing person. Yes, I heard he had issues with his wife, first wife, second wife, thereabout, but that's actually his personal life. For him to have first and second wife, that's his maybe he had issues along the line. But to me, I am going to miss him. Yes, I am going to miss him. I am going to miss the memories, a whole lot that surround growing up in aspect of the wrestling parts. WWE, yes, wrestling, yes, wrestling. I really miss that part of me growing up watching him, watching Hulk Hogan, watching Undertaker. Undertaker has this like a spiritual cemetery vibe. Sometimes it comes in a coffin. It was so much fun then. People said it was all staged, and most times he will come with something. They said that was his mother's ash. So a lot, it was all, if it was staged, I would give it to them. If it was staged, I would give it to them because they really got everything correct. They got everything right. Everything turns out to be so perfect. So I'll give it out to them. The whole wrestling part was fun. I know a lot of people must watch it, and some of this new generation might not really watch those things. And it turns out to be something I will miss for a very long time. Anytime I remember the name Hulk Hogan, and that was the era we had DMX, Tupac, Big Joe, Fat Joe. We had a lot of musicians then. Cisco, Boys to Men, Backstreet Boys. Growing up, I remember all these guys that made growing up so fun to me. They made it so amazing for me to remember. Okay, so and then I would say they all staged very well because right now, for example, someone like DMX, I realized that it's all staged because growing up then, DMX song, whoa, he's always screaming, whoa, right, oh, die, whoa, it's all on point then. And I had these feelings that DMX happens to be a rough guy. DMX was someone that unalive people because of the image they were portraying then. All the songs, this, they were using so many F words, a whole lot. So anytime I am doing chores at home and I'm feeling low, once they play DMX song, energy will come from nowhere. I will start being so energetic and I will be doing my thing. I will be super happy doing what I was doing. It was all fun. And Cisco then, I never knew that these guys were that young. Yeah, there's Cisco, there is Nelly, yeah, uh Wyclef Jean, a lot of these guys. And that was the period I watched most of these Van Damme movies. Van Damme, Jet Li, Jackie Chan, uh, Bruce Lee. So many of these amazing movies while growing up. Memory of Hulk Hogan brought out so much about while growing up. So I really miss that time. It was all fun. I won't lie to you. It was all amazingly fun growing up watching these good actors doing their thing. It was all fun. Let me know on the comment section if you actually watch Hulk Hogan when he was active wrestling, Sergeant Slaughter, Warrior. Yes, there's a Warrior. Warrior always, when they are hitting him and he wants to get retaliate, he will start behaving this way. It was all acted scripts then. Yes, growing up now, I understand it was all acting, but the acting was perfect. The acting was good on points. It was good, well scripted everywhere. It was like football now. Yes, the same way we have Man U, Chelsea, Arsenal. When they are playing ball, it will turn out to be a big program, a big event. That was how the wrestling time was then. Because, and growing up then, olden days, that period in 90s, television comes up around 4 5 p.m. From morning till night. Nobody can watch television. Television comes up 4 5 p.m. Then everybody, it will start with, that's in Nigeria, it will start with like a yellow, green, red, like I call it cotton. Okay, it will come up with a cotton, and people have to sit, wait for them. There will be a newscasters will broadcast news before the wrestling will start. Other programs will take place. And that was the time I watched Sound of Music, Maria, The Boss, and the 12 Kids. It was all good memories. I will really miss Hulk Hogan. May his soul rest in peace. That era brought a lot of his death brought a lot of memories. Remembering Jamina, Sunita, most of these Indian movies, when they are acting, they will be turning their head. And that time, we had this belief that Indians actually turn to snake. Maybe when they get angry, they want to retaliate to something, they will turn to snake. All scripted. Growing up now, I've never seen any Indian that turned to snake. And then most of them talk to snake. They had a lot of cobras in their movies. So it was good. At that period too, I watched a Knight Rider, Michael. Michael had this excuse me, Michael had this car that communicates with him. Yes. Any place, Michael was someone like Superman, Spider-Man that helps any place there's issue, any place there's a problem. Michael will come and solve the problem. Michael was a cute, tall guy then, and that's the period we had James Bond. Yes, 007. It was all good memories. I won't lie to you. It's all good, amazing memories. Watching this guy die. His death brought a lot of amazing memories. It brought a whole lot of amazing memories. Hulk Hogan's death brought a whole lot. Please double tap on the screen to give the live stream a thumbs up as you join. My name is Anthony Olo. I create amazing content about how to make good money for yourself. Hulk Hogan's death brought a whole lot of. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your love and support. Shout out to you. Shout out to you for supporting, giving the live stream a thumbs up. That's so amazing. Let me know where you are watching from. I am Anthony from Nigeria, West Africa. Hulk Hogan's death brought a whole lot of memories. I have to go back memory lane, remembering literally everything that happens in the 90s while growing up. DMX was really in vogue then. Cisco, R. Kelly, yes, that was when R. Kelly sang tongue songs, tongue, all those amazing songs. Before, way much later, Craig David came out. 7 days, rendezvous or something. Craig David came out. Craig David is from UK. Yes, Craig David came out. It's a lot of amazing guys. They were trending then. Boys to Men, a lot of them, Backstreet Boys, Casey and Jojo, a lot of them, they were making amazing music, making people love. That was then. For you to be in love, you must have listened or rhyme with most of these cool songs. Jennifer Lopez, this later changed her name to JLo. PDD, Puff Daddy, Big Notorious Big. When he was alive, even when Michael Jackson was alive, I watched most of his concerts then. All this memory came after Hulk Hogan's death. It just brought out a lot of memories, a lot of events, a lot of things, a lot of flashback keep coming back, remembering these guys, watching them sing, a lot of them, a lot of them. I most times I don't even remember the names, but I will just remember the songs they played then. It was all amazing time growing up, watching these guys. Van Damme had this special back kick. Anytime he's fighting, he doesn't miss it. Those are still the memories. Then we had American Ninja. Yes, and that was the era before, long before mobile phone came into Nigeria, before it started as GSM, which is what we still have right now. Hi to Peak Africa, thank you for your support yesterday. You are really welcome, my sister. I was in the bush watching you, and when I saw the blessings you got, I was like, no, I really need to come out and appreciate and celebrate with my sister. I am happy for you, okay? You will keep on getting there. Anytime you come online, you will see reason to be happy. Please double tap on the screen to give it a thumbs up to Pick African. Anytime you come on live, you will see reason to be happy, reason to thank God, reason to be so happy. Okay? Keep doing what you are doing. Guys, if you are just joining, Tupic Africana has amazing video. She has amazing channel where you will learn how to cook a lot of delicious food, irrespective of where you are from. Yes, okay, you've liked. Thank you so much. Please visit her channel. Shout out to Tupic African. She is a good sister of mine. She is good in what she's into. Please visit her channel. Support her any way you can. All right. So it's all good remembering all the way life was growing up. Growing up, then we had GSM. We started with Motorola Talk About. The phone then, if you charge Motorola Talk About, it can last for a very long time. We had Nokia then. We had Motorola Razor. Talk About is more of a walking talking. It had a small screen in front and had multiple batteries, buttons down. You can actually open and remove the battery, charge it then, and if you charge the battery full, then it can last you for hours, for days. And I got to notice that it's because it doesn't have much futures. That was why it was lasting that long. And then I had this entrepreneurship spirit in me. I started doing, I had a spot where they do phone call. Like, we usually have a phone booth that is owned by government. But most times, before you are able to get to the phone booth, you have to trek very far, or you take a bike, tricycle, or car to a far distance to do the phone booth. So having a GSM that does the phone business was a plus. So a lot of family and friends wants to get in contact with you. They want to have your number so they will be able to receive call with your phone. So having the business then was awesome. And the first telecommunication we had was MTN. MTN was charging per minute. Per minute was around 50 naira. And if you maybe you are trying to call someone, it moves from 00 to 01. It you'll be charged 1 minute, and it was so painful then. You've not been able to say hello, and you pay for full 1 minute. So a lot of people felt bad that period. People were asking if it can be done by per second billing. MTN declined that proposal, said that per second billing will not be possible in Nigeria because they don't have the facility. Nigeria continued with what they can offer. At some point, another telecommunication came out with the name Glow Communication, owned by a Nigerian. As a good business people, hi Tasha Adi, thank you so much for joining my live stream. Please double tap on the screen to give the live stream a thumbs up. It's all memory lane. I got this feeling to share my experience while growing up because of the death of Hulk Hogan. So I am just going back in the 90s, in the 80s, while growing up, before GSM came to Nigeria. All it was all amazing. It was all amazing. Before the GSM came, we only had landline owned by most rich homes, rich families. So if you want to talk to anyone, maybe when their parents are not around, you can talk to anyone in the family. You want to call someone, and the bill comes monthly. So in a month, the family will not know what they have accumulated till month's end. They will send it as a letter. You see how much you have called, then you make the payments. If you don't make the payment, your line will be disconnected. So, and then before you make a call, how you will know that there's a network, you actually need to put it in your ear and hear the dial tune. It was all nice memory. You need to hear the dial tune before you able to start. Some are like you punch a number, you twist it round. Some has button. So it comes in two ways. You put number, you turn. You put a finger on the hole, you turn. You put a finger, you turn. That's how you dial the numbers. And the digits then were not that long. It was max around 5 or 6 digits. But you start with the code of destination you are calling, the states, the districts, and the number of the house that you are calling. So when people started doing GSM phone call booths, that was another good way to do business. So let's say MTN was charging 50 naira per minute. You as the business owner, you can charge 70 naira per minute. So the 20 naira goes to you. So a lot of people will come on phone booths, sit down, queue that they want to make calls. A lot of people will say, my brother from Lagos, from America, from Canada, they want to call me by certain time. You have to come to the phone booth and wait. And when you are waiting, you will be praying. Let there be no customer at that time so you can be able to make your call or receive your call in peace without disturbance. So it wasn't that cool then, but growing up now, most people have mobile phone, two lines, three lines, two phones, three phones. And then when GSM came out newly, one SIM card, MTN SIM card was around 30,000, 50,000 naira. One SIM card. It was so expensive. And then it comes in a pack, CD pack, compact disc pack. Not now that you get a SIM in a little nylon that you can easily put in your pocket. And then you don't even dare to misplace your line because you will pay dearly to get the line. So it was expensive then. I used Motorola, talk about. I used 3310. I used Sony J70, J75. Yeah, Sony J75. I used Sagem X5. I use Motorola Razor. The advert then was Hello Moto. I use Motorola Razor. I use Bird. There's a phone called Bird. Tiny. The ringtone was like a bird singing on the street or on the tree. I later used I used couple of phones then. I used couple of phones then. I used couple of phones. I remember very well the Sagem X5. I bought it with my money. I think at that time was around 20,000 or 25,000, and it was camera phone. The ringtone then was a polyphonic ringtone. The game we can download then was Splinter Cells, which was like a shooting game. It was all nice then. Before we can go to Ikeja Computer Village to download songs, you can't download songs from the phone because it doesn't have browser. The line then was just to make calls. You can't download or browse internet like the way we do now on our mobile phones. One of the chatting space then was to go. That was much later in 2000 thereabout. We had to go. That was when that was the era we had Yahoo Messenger. If you want to chat with someone on Yahoo Mail, you go on Yahoo Messenger. Yahoo Mail itself has a messenger just like WhatsApp. And if you get to the messenger, you will see rooms where you will see people in America, in Asia, UK, and the rest of that, Africa. So, and one of the slangs, one of the first question people ask is ASL, age, sex, and location. Whenever you see that, it means the person wants to connect with you, age, sex, and location. That's how people start their conversation, just like the way we do. Hi, how are you doing? The first question then to initiate conversation is usually ASL. You initiate chat from there. So it's all amazing, nice memory lane. Thank you so much, guys, for watching to this point. I really love you guys. Appreciate supporting me. I appreciate your love and support. See you guys on my next video. Cheers.